Hi there, my name is Laura and welcome to another video. Today's topic is the training scale and how you can use it to improve your hunter-jumper training. So let's get started. If you would like to improve your riding and training and develop that relationship with your horse so that you can win more ribbons at your next horse show, or if you generally like other horsey related stuff, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos coming out. Now the training scale is composed of 6 steps, and if you follow these 6 steps throughout your riding, then you will hit all the necessary things that you need to achieve to improve yourself and improve your horse. The dressage training scale is the gold standard and acts as a roadmap for when you're riding and training your horse. It's not like a ladder where you have to complete one step to go on to the next step, but it just gives you a general guideline of what you should be doing with your horse, and you can also use it as a report card or a review if your performance isn't that great and you want to know where you messed up, or as a review of how you can improve your own riding and your performance of your horse. So if you go to a horse show and you didn't do as well as you thought, you can use it and have these 6 points as a list or a checklist or a review that you can use as a guide to see where you need to improve your own riding and training. Here are the 6 main topics of the training scale that you should consider when you're riding. Number 1, rhythm. Rhythm is really important. And how do you tell if your horse has rhythm? At the trot, the horse should have an even 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 rhythm. And the way, as a judge, we can tell if your horse has a steady rhythm is that we see you going around and we can see and count out those definite 2-beat rhythm at the trot and a 3-beat rhythm at a canter. What I look for sometimes when I'm judging and when I'm training is the horse's tail kind of swishes back and forth when it's trotting. Walk should have 4 beats, trot should have 2 beats, canter should have an even steady 3 beats. Missing a step is bad and may result in tension in your horse or yourself and result in a poor performance. But don't think you have to have one perfect before you head on to the next step. Keeping these steps in mind will help you progress faster and move along and make sure your horse has a good base so that you can progress faster. Horse should be going willingly forward without tension. If you have tension throughout the horse may be swishing its tail, pinning its ears, grinding its teeth. That's a sign of tension, and you have to step back and analyze your performance to see where the tension is coming from. Second step, number 2, is suppleness. Suppleness and relaxation. Suppleness side to side, lateral suppleness, and from head to tail, longitudinal suppleness. And this is the horse accepting the rider and accepting the exercises that are being performed. Tension will affect your suppleness and relaxation, and then tension will also affect your relaxation and rhythm. So on rhythm you build your suppleness and relaxation, and then the third step is rhythm, suppleness, contact. Rhythm, suppleness, contact. Contact is that connection from the hindquarters up into the bridle, and you need this contact when you're going around your hunter course to make sure you have the horse balanced and up into the bridle so that they can jump properly and so you can steer properly and have that elastic feeling in your hands. And contact isn't a pull and tension on the reins, it's more that elastic feeling on your reins so that you can maintain that forward energy into a soft, even contact on both sides of the horse's mouth. No contact means the horse is not accepting the bit and there's no energy going anywhere in the horse. The horse is just kind of like a carousel horse on a merry-go-round. If you don't have any contact, the horse is usually flat, and the judge likes to see a round horse reaching forward down into the contact and moving and pressing forward in a relaxed, rhythmic fashion. So you can see if you don't have rhythm, which is number 1, the horse can't relax and the horse can't be supple, and if the horse isn't supple, then you're not going to get contact. So they're all kind of connected together. After you get the contact, the next step is impulsion. Very important when you're riding your equitation, your hunter, your jumper, you need impulsion. And impulsion is when the thrust that the horse gives when it leaves the ground. You have impulsion at the trot where the horse pushes itself off the ground, and at the canter where the horse pushes itself off the ground. And of course, you have impulsion when the horse pushes itself over top of the jump. Impulsion and exercises for impulsion, for example, transition, doing some trotting poles, establishes and develops that horse, the horse's muscles that it needs to push itself over top of a jump. And you can see that they're all connected. Rhythm. Your horse needs to have rhythm to establish its relaxation and suppleness. Rhythm, suppleness, contact, and once it's supple, you can have a contact so the horse can be put together from back to front. Once you have the contact, then your horse can develop that impulsion and start elevating itself a little bit better, a little bit more. Rhythm, suppleness, contact, impulsion, and then once you have impulsion, you have your straightness. Straightness means the front end is following the back end. So if the front end is here, then you have the back end, it's straight. The front end is in front of the hindquarters. And if you think of it that way, think of the front end in front of the hindquarters rather than the hindquarters is behind the front end. Think of the hindquarters first and move the horse's front end in front of the hindquarters. That will help you. Think of it more like a train tracks. If you think the train tracks going around a curve, the horse is following, its hindquarters are following in the front like a train track, as opposed to a bus where the back of the bus would cut off the corner. Or if you think of a tractor trailer going around the turn, the way the tractor trailer has to make those wide turns because the back end of the tractor trailer doesn't get around the corner very well. So think of it more like a train tracks, and that we want to have the horse bending. The final step is collection. And think of collection as the horse thinking the front end come closer to the hindquarters. So if you're cantering and your horse is cantering a 12-foot stride, to have the horse collected, the horse should be doing an 11-foot stride, as an example. Collection is quite advanced, and when you think of collection, it's thinking of shortening the horse, but not just shortening the horse. The horse has to also take more weight on its hindquarters. So if you are trotting and you're trotting between two poles and they trot 10 steps in between the poles, the next time they should trot more steps, like 12 or 13 steps in between the poles. That has shortened the horse's stride, but you also want to make sure that you are taking more weight, that the horse is taking more weight on its hindquarters. So those are the 6 steps. Now these are really important, and if you think about these 6 steps when you're riding, and you will find that you can discover where your riding and training is missed a step if you think you're having a poor performance. For example, if you have a refusal. If you have a refusal at a fence, what part of these 6 steps are you missing to have that happen? Do you have your rhythm? Do you have your suppleness? Do you have your contact? Do you have your impulsion? Do you have your straightness? Do you have your collection? Maybe you're missing the first one. Maybe you're missing the third one. Why is it that happened? It's easier at a dressage show because the dressage judge will actually mark it needs more rhythm or needs more work over its back, that type of thing. But in a hunter show, you're going to have to be thinking on your own. Say, well, why didn't my horse win or place better or place at that horse show? Why is it the undersaddle class? Why is it not placing? And it could be because your horse lacks rhythm. It could be because your horse lacks one of these 6 steps. You probably don't get into collection when you're in a hunter show. Rhythm, suppleness, contact, one of those 3. My name is Laura. If you have any questions, send me an email. Actually, you know what you can do is send me a short video clip of you riding at your last horse show, and we can take a look at it to see if you are missing any of these things. Please send me an email. Love to hear from you. thistleridge@hotmail.com. Thanks now. Now go use this stuff. Go hug your horse. Go use this stuff. Thanks now. Bye.